All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Downtown Summerlin Chef's Demo that we have weekly here. We're lucky to have Chef Nicole in the house. Inside the Intuitive Forager Farm Shop, we have all the produce that chefs like Nicole Brission here from Mario Batali's Carnevino, which was named the #1 steakhouse in the United States. Correct, Nicole? In the world just recently. In the whole world. She's the chef, the visionary behind it. She and Mario created Carnevino and Joe. And so she has been at the helm. How long have you been at the helm, Nicole?
With Batali or at Carnevino?
Carne.
7 years.
So for 7 years, Nicole Brission, one of the top female chefs, I would say, in the world, who runs the top steakhouse in the world, has been at the helm. But one of the most important pieces about Mario Batali and Joe Bastianich and Chef Nicole Brission is that they have been the biggest supporter of farmers markets and farmers, bar none, in Nevada. And their produce every week comes from small family farms and farmers organically across the desert and into their kitchens. And so when you go to B&B and Carnevino, you're eating organic produce, which is, as we know, a rarity and a jewel. And I just want to say, have a round of applause for Chef Nicole for coming out, the #1 steakhouse, coming to downtown Summerlin and promoting our Little Farmers Market, which she has been behind for 7 years.
So over here, Luke is making, we're calling it a Bellini, but it's essentially a tangerine mimosa. We took Prosecco, Bastianich Prosecco, and mixed it with tangerine juice, which are from Carrie's Tango tangerines, which are very rich and hearty. So as soon as we juice them, they have a lot of viscosity to them, a lot of depth. So they pair really well with the Prosecco that's light and bubbly, especially on a beautiful Saturday morning.
The tangerine that Nicole is referring to is called the Tango tangerine, or the Ruby Tango, they sometimes call it. And you can see it has a very deep color, almost a ruby tangerine.
These are much richer and deeper. That's why I paired it with the octopus. Octopus is very hearty. We made this in the same fashion that we would make at the restaurant. All the restaurants, B&B, Carnevino, OTTO Pizzeria, we make the octopus the same way, and it's the same way Mario and Joe have been doing it since they opened Bavo. We braise it under oil with some white wine, corks, a little bit of chili flake, and lemon. When we poach the octopus, we take U8 octopus, which U8 means they're about approximately 8-pound octopus. And what we'll do is we'll braise the whole octopus under oil with white wine, chili flake, lemon, corks. And when I first started working for Mario and Joe, I said, why the corks? Because everybody always asks, why the corks? And what Mario and Joe told me was, my great-grandmother's been doing it, and their great-grandmother's been doing it, so of course I'm going to do it.
And you're saying corks, Chef?
Corks, wine corks.
Oh, so they poach the octopus with the oil in wine corks?
With wine corks, because there's an enzyme in the wine cork that helps to tenderize the octopus.
And so they take the enzyme from the cork and they poach the octopus first in oil.
Exactly. So it's kind of essentially like confit. You're cooking it under fat.
And that's because the octopus is tough, yeah?
Octopus starts out very tough, so you want to cook it long and slow for a long time, like any kind of braising thing, so that it becomes nice and supple. And anybody who's come to our restaurant and had our octopus before, you know it's tender. You can cut it with a fork. We'll take the tentacles, cut them in nice big pieces, and now you get to the charred point. When I was at the restaurant, if I was at the restaurant, I would char it alla piastro, which means on the flat top. But to replicate a flat top, I used a non-stick pan, high heat. You want very high heat so you get that nice char on the outside. And what that'll do is you have the tender octopus in the middle, and then you have a nice char that creates a lot of a texture and also kind of gets your taste buds going.
Okay, so now you're taking these beautiful butterball potatoes that you poached with red onion, chives, and a little oil and vinegar?
It's actually a vinaigrette that we made with some of the Tango tangerine juice, a little bit of shallot, white wine vinegar, and salt. That's it.
Beautiful.
You dress those with that, the red onion, the chive, and the parsley. It works really well with the charredness of the octopus. And then what we're going to do is just garnish with some of, let's put a little more octopus on there. Hold on.
And now we're garnishing with our Tango tangerines and radish. You can see Nicole has sliced the radishes very thin, and we have the radishes, they're called Easter egg radishes.
So now we're going to garnish with a emulsion of the Tango tangerine juice and some olive oil and a little bit of salt around just to give it an added citrus.
Slow down. We're going to garnet. We're drizzling an emulsion of the tangerine juice.
Yes.
And what else?
Oil and salt.
So we take the oil and salt and whisk in the tangerine juice. This, I think, is something to drink. Don't you think this would be a good cocktail right here? Okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful with the radish on top? So you have your sweet and your sour and your octopus.